Hi guys, welcome to Nine Links. This is your host Alex. Just give you an update. Recently, there's been a snowstorm and around the middle of the U.S. and it's kind of spread out towards Texas. So we kind of got our own storm for a couple days, which me from Kansas, so it's not that big of a deal, but down here it's pretty big. But finally get to see some snow down here. This kind of snow for Kansas is pretty average, but down here is I think a lot of places close down and stay home. Anyway, just giving you an update. You see this year hasn't been really that cold, so the lowest is like around 24-26 degrees. I mean, in Kansas we've been through below that negative degrees. But anyway, you can see the vegetation didn't fully died out. It's still growing. And then coming here, see the sweet olives actually doing pretty well despite the coldness. So I think I would have to say sweet olive is hardly down to maybe 21 degrees. After that, they just drop their leaves. So far, these guys doing great. So today, just want to show you the greenhouse. I think anything below like 21 or degrees, I'll have to heat the greenhouse. But overall, let's see. Oh, you know what? There's snow covering the track. Give me a second. Let me remove this. Okay, so it's been removed. So open, good. So first thing coming in, I did remove that burner in the middle. What should I say? It wasn't that effective. It produced a lot of fumes, and as you know, fumes actually did a little research on it. Fumes can actually kill plants. If you're not careful, it'll basically block their pores from getting nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide in. But anyway, it's not healthy for the plant, so I decided to get rid of it. So first thing first, coming in here, let me remove the chair, and then we'll go over some results from the plants. Not all plants are healthy. So coming in, the grass I planted, it's a winter grass, so inside it's fine. As you can see, there are frost on top of the panels. The main thing keep in mind is that most of the time the plant that in the cold is from the cold wind, but basically they dry the plant out, and guess what, when they dry the plant out, plant doesn't have a moisture from the ground because it's frozen to feed it up. So that's why plant stressed out a lot and dies. But so let's go real quick. Sweet olives leaves turning brown, so that means it's not doing too well. But the bottom leaf, you can still see some green down there, so most likely it will make recovery. So the damage is about, I would say, 40%. It's not that bad, but could it be better? Yes, I could have been better. So next year I'll have some electric heaters in here. I'll somehow make a wire connect from here to the side of the house, kind of like Christmas light. Then we see Cymbidium. It usually takes pretty good amount of beating when it's down to lower temperature. So Cymbidium is actually doing well. Neem tree is actually going to, neem tree is supposed to be a very hot tropical plant. So you see it's drooping, it's natural. It's basically telling you it's going to dormancy, and you can see the leaves behind there is dropping leaves, which is fine. You see no serious damage like the white champaga. And orange jasmine is supposed to be take the beating pretty well as well. So it's you can see there's no new leaves coming out besides those leaves put out I think was near end of fall, so it's still there. So once it's early spring put it out, it'll start growing really quick. And then we're coming over here, we're looking at the Chinese perfume tree, or Aglaia odorata. It's doing, what should I say, not so well, but again, it's not bad. It's getting some minor cold damage up front, but over here you can see it's still green. And also you can tell right over here it's kind of green. Sometimes you put the plants together, they help each other out in a way. And then of course down here we have plants suffering a little. I think the conclusion we can reach down here is that this greenhouse, as long as it's above 28 degrees, it'll be fine. But anything below that, and my thermometer died, had to replace the battery on here. Anyway, anything below that, you had to have a little heating going on. Like I mentioned before on my previous video on the greenhouse, is that if you want to use this kind of greenhouse in Texas, it's perfectly fine. And if you are using this one in Kansas, and you are colder than Texas, you definitely need to have some kind of insulator on the side and have some kind of heating elements inside the greenhouse. I did come up with the idea to heat the greenhouse last time using the clay pot and fill in inside with the wax handle, and then burn some woods and stuff in there overnight. But the thing is, wax handles candle produce way too much film in here. Last time I burned here, it melted through the pot. You can see down here, and it create a lot of film in here. The moment I opened the greenhouse door to check on it, entire greenhouse is in smoke. So I don't think that's healthy for the plant. So I know that right away, and I got rid of it, and decided to let the plant see how they react. And then I do have a heater and also portable power station at the house. I could just use for it'll heat it up for 30 minutes, but not enough. So next spring, one of the project I'm gonna do is somehow get a power line in here, and have I already have that what do you call it, temperature switch. Once it reaches certain degrees, it'll turn it on. So it'll have a small heater over there at that table. So there are a lot of projects going, and the next summer, not next summer, actually this is 2025 already. This summer probably work on something, maybe fix the panels and stuff, maybe use a dual panels. We'll see. But so far this greenhouse been holding up pretty good, very good for I think it's what, second year or third year, I forgot. But anyways, it's somewhere in the neighborhood. So overall the greenhouse is doing a great job, although some plants suffered, like the house plant and that pot is burned a little bit. I think most plants suffer a little bit, but overall, if the spring comes, they'll recover, and I'll just do some pruning and correct some of the stuff. All right, that's just a small update. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and Happy New Year.